What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 19, the first couple chapters. Looking forward to seeing we've got in this one. Again, last volume was absolutely brilliant. Really loving this arc so far, and I think this is maybe one of my most anticipated volumes yet, I think. Artwork here is really awesome, isn't it? I'll look into that a little bit more in a second, but again, probably one of my most anticipated volumes considering all the lead up from the last volume, and all that we've had so far, introducing a lot of very interesting characters, a lot of very interesting dynamics and kind of characteristics about them. A lot very relatable, a lot not so much, of course. But again, I think this one is going to be an absolute banger. This volume, maybe next volume as well, might be the kind of climax of all this. But yeah, obviously met Skull Knight last episode. There wasn't too much to kind of censor. Oh yeah, almost forgot about this. Almost repressed this horrible memory. I think I actually done a pretty good job last time I read of trying to delete those images from my head at the end of this one, but now they've just kind of flushed back in. Yeah, quite obviously we ended with Farnice and her antics and her ecstasy and pleasures, and her kind of duality about that as well. I mean, I'd hope she knows it's wrong to get off on that kind of stuff. She seemed to know that from the fact she was crying over it. But again, I made an interesting point of, again, the fact that Serpico and Farnice, again, Serpico especially, is always at her side, always looking after her, but they're so different in terms of her ecstasy being the burning and killing of people by the stake, and his absolute horror being that his mum was kind of killed and burned at the stake for being a heretic. And again, I don't think they know that about each other. I do wonder if that will perhaps change things. I feel like it might not, strangely enough. But yeah, that was quite the revelation at the end of last episode. I did ask, how the hell is Farnice not even more strange? But I think there was kind of glimpses of this perhaps from earlier on with the interaction with Guts and such. But yeah, some interesting stuff. Obviously, we had a lot of Isidro last episode, which was really awesome. I really like him. Again, kind of wish I don't see too much of him, just because I hope to know he's alive out there somewhere. But he is headed right into the kind of fire with Guts and Puck, isn't he? So could mean disaster for him. Hopefully not. But if this is again anything like the Eclipse of old, then very much so. There's a lot of danger heading his way. Yeah, had some really good chemistry with him, Guts and Puck, wasn't there? But again, nice little artwork here. It's like it's almost quite orange looking, but it's like a blood red, orangish, almost flesh looking like moon. It really looks like kind of disgusting rotting flesh, doesn't it? It's moon. Again, it looks like a moon as well, but again, it kind of little bits like that makes it look like rotting flesh. Nice action shot of Guts. But let's see what the chapters got in store for us. Make sure to let me know what you guys thought of these couple chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. Let's get into the video. Nice little nice shot of Casca right here. Thick black hair. Looking how she probably always looks, to be honest. Dumbfounded the whole time. Again, we saw a glimpse of her memory. It was during an extreme scene. We saw a glimpse of her remembering something from her past life. So I don't think it's past possibility that she could perhaps go back to who she was before, but I was hoping when it happened that she would have a chance at a new life and a new kind of future, a good future, a nice future. But as we've seen, there's no paradise. There's no dreams really here. It's just again dealing with the current of causality, dealing with the dealing best you can, surviving, struggling. So yeah, I think that was a bit of a what's it called? A pipe dream, wasn't it? Especially with a brand on top of that. But yeah, this is all within these kind of chapters, the birth ceremony chapters. And today we'll be covering the Black Swordsman on Holy Ground. Sounds fucking awesome. And god damn it, this holy ground needs it. I finally got my nose spray back, so hopefully should be a little less crying and cuts during the videos from now on. But already feel a ton better. I'd like get to my desk some mornings, just sit down and be like, whoa, and then my eyes would just proper go bloodshot. Yeah, I'd love to hear that again. A few people could use some smiting from Guts, and then straying. After that, we've got Ambition Boy, maybe Isidro, maybe the boy whose father died last chapters, perhaps. Again, that could be a few people, perhaps, but sound interesting. Den of Evil, which might be in that kind of rock place, perhaps, or there's a few dens of evil, to be honest. In this place, there's that horrible orgy den, and then there's the kind of torture room. The Reunion sounds promising. Ambush, the Cliff. Maybe this might be what was that guy's name? Nina's boyfriend, I forget his name. Maybe that might be related to him. Captives, the Iron Maiden. An Iron Maiden. I can't exactly remember what that is. I obviously it's a song. Oh well, it's not. It's a name of a band. I don't think I've heard too much of Iron Maiden. I don't think. Maybe I have here and there, but I think it's something, isn't it? What is an Iron Maiden? It's the name of one of the Resident Evil monsters, and a pretty damn scary one of that. A pretty damn scary one. A lot of the scariest ones came from Resident Evil 4. Yeah, these guys. Again, the sound these guys makes it horrible. The sound those guys makes it horrible. But yeah, I think it is an actual thing, isn't it? Yes, this thing. Has it got spikes in it? Yeah, this is an Iron Maiden. Can't really get the best photo up. How do I move this? Nope, we don't want to do that. I'm not sure I'll be able to move this. Hopefully you guys can just see the screen there. I'll actually try and all the good pictures on the left. But yeah, these kind of coffin type sarcophagus type things, but they're kind of torture devices. Well, not even torture devices really, they're just going to kill you, aren't they? But yeah, you'd put someone in these and then they get the blood out of it. The blood would lead somewhere. Again, I can't exactly remember why don't I just look it up? A mythical torture device. I don't think is it mythical? It looks like they're pretty real. Again, I'm not really sure as to when and who used them. Consisting of solid iron cabinet with a hinged front and spike interior. So the use is considered a myth, apparently. I imagine they've been used by someone somewhere. That's for sure. Heightened by the belief that people of the Middle Ages were uncivilized. Evidence of their actual use is difficult to find. So they might have been used during the Middle Ages, which is around the time that Berserk is set, I think. Interesting. An Iron Maiden. Again, I've heard of them a few times. So just being in the horror sphere, you hear of kind of wicked, horribly fucked up shit, don't you? Just here and there. But yeah, Iron Maiden should be an interesting chapter. Again, probably quite a bit of torture going on there, perhaps. Then, and then to end off with our Blood Flow of the Dead, parts 1 and 2. Sounds like a Romero movie. But yeah, let's get right into the Black Swordsman on Holy Ground. I feel like my YouTube sometimes skips over songs. It's annoying having an anime playlist because half the time a song just disappears. It just gets copyrighted. It happens to me as well, of course, on YouTube. I've done it for like a couple of years now, 3 or 4 years. A video will just go every now and then. It just gets copyrighted and just goes. But yeah, let's get into the Black Swordsman on Holy Ground. So we got more of these wagon wheels. And I hate the fact that they're like, when I think of a wagon wheel, I think of the food. I'm not sure if you guys have it in America. I think of the little cake bar. Yeah, look what comes up here. Everything that comes up here is the little cake bar. I used to really like these. I haven't had one in fucking ages. And some song called Wagon Wheel as well. That's what comes to my head. Now what's going to come to my head is horribly ripped up people on a wagon's wheel. Okay, let's oh wow. Bloody hell, that's a lot of bling. Oh, like I said, that's Casca's full-time expression, isn't it? Elaine. Quite funny. One of my aunties is called Elaine, and she actually looks quite a lot like Casca, to be honest with you. Got the same skin tone, same black hair. I actually found that quite weird. Listen, we can't take this. Don't talk that way, please. Accept these. Give them to your... What's the harm? It'd be a pity to turn them away when they're giving it to us. Pepe. Oh yeah, I forget some of these girls have strange names, like Pepe. Oh fine, I'll take him this time. But you can't do this in broad daylight when people are watching, understand? Please leave now. I mean, there's been... I kind of feel bad for him because there's already been plenty that have made these guys stand out. They really don't want to stand out, considering what they're doing. But there's been plenty of these guys standing out that I've seen. So, obviously we've seen in the prophecy of sorts that Casca does get captured. I wouldn't be surprised if all these guys get captured and killed and tortured, perhaps. Like I said, there's been a fair few moments of kind of disruption and loudness from over here. And the girls. Got all that bling on Casca. Luca. This means trouble. Big trouble. Yeah, a lot must be going on in Luca's bloody mind right now. Luca, what in the world is this? It's so sudden. And isn't all this stuff tribute for Elaine? I don't get it. Well, tribute for Elaine. So they're giving us this stuff because to help us with Casca's situation. That is horrible, isn't it? Yeah, they're just faking it. These poor old men. They actually, especially this guy, they seem genuinely worried. I hope so, anyway. They seem genuinely worried, and we're just taking their kindness. Seems kind of mean, doesn't it? And Luca obviously thought that as well. Makes sense that a fair few of these little girls' moral compasses aren't fully kind of developed yet, of course. Well, oh, we'll talk about that soon. For now, go and share the tribute. Okay, but we can't keep up. More comes than we can handle. Looking cool, Casca, looking cool. That's not really what I wanted to hear, to be honest. The fact that so much comes in they can't handle it all after what I just spoke about. Luca, what will we do with her? At this rate, we'll be turned in eventually. It's only a matter of time before the hunters catch wind. But Casca being a witch, I mean, she fucking looks like a witch just like this. And then what happens? I mean, I'm really. Now calm down, Nina. I can't. Even barring that, if Joaquin's body is found, then I. What happens if his body's found? Nothing, right? I mean, maybe it might lead the army and Mosgus and such to believe there's some strange goings on at night. So yeah, Nina really did cause an absolute mess, didn't she? But again, totally understandable considering her situation being a girl with a sexual disease that is incurable at this time. Oh, I don't know. What would elf dust maybe help out at a time like this? Does that work with STDs? I imagine it might. It might. Well, would elf dust help with the plague? Again, maybe. I'm not sure. The bubonic plague. Not sure really. Haven't really seen too much like that, have we? We've seen it kind of heal flesh wounds and such like that. But again, Nina also got so much on her mind as well. And dying young girl. Stuck in this place. And again, you know your kind of mind's broken a little bit when you're joining kind of cults like this and being kind of preyed upon your innocence and your worry and your lack of knowing is kind of preyed upon. Sometimes by religion. I mean, that's quite a very real thing, isn't it? Kind of weak and desperate people sometimes are preyed on by religion. Again, I like to think a lot of Christians and such are in that good faith, but again, that can happen. As much as it may not even be the intention of the kind of church and people, it may still happen. And sometimes that is their intention, so it brings up a really interesting point there. Again, I've got no kind of personal thoughts really about religion or anything. Like I said, I went to a Christian primary school, but I wouldn't say I was Christian, and I don't have anything against Christians or religious people either. Nina, let's ditch her. Well, that probably would solve your problems. Maybe, I don't know. Even if they did ditch her, would they still say, yeah, that bitch was with you guys, so you guys probably witches as well? I imagine probably will happen. Let's ditch her. Just get rid of that girl. Again, she really does make some questionable decisions, doesn't she, Nina? Get Nina? But it's crazy. If we get any more involved with her, it'll really be the end of us. As Luca was going for a slap again. It's alright. Elaine can get on by her own. Really? You think so? I mean, she's really, you know, we can just hand her over to people. I'm sure they'll treat her well. I can understand why people hate Nina, to be honest. Some of the stuff she says is really stupid. But like I have said, her mind is like almost broken. Plus she's super young. Plus she's fucking dying. So I mean, all this, what's it called? All this weird stuff she says, all this very stupid stuff she says. I feel like she doesn't even believe it half the time. And she doesn't even know what she's saying half the time. Kind of reminds me of myself when I was a kid. I had no kind of filter, I had no kind of comprehension, no kind of consciousness almost. Everything would just kind of, if I had a thought, it would kind of just come out being said. Never think of what I'd say. In class, when I'd have to like answer a question, I'd just stick my hand up, have no thought in my mind, something would just come to mind, I'd just say it. Reminds me of those days a little bit. But yeah, this is so stupid. You not see what happened to her a couple chapters ago, getting almost raped? I imagine there's at least a 50% chance of whoever you give her to, that will happen. Especially if she can't say yes or no. She can't speak at all. She can't look after herself at all. So yeah, just that is stupid. I can understand her worry again though, especially in a situation of if she gets caught, maybe all these girls will get branded as witches. Kind of reminds me of The Craft, the movie, all those witches. I forget what it's called. What was that movie? I think was it. I'm not sure if it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. I don't think it was Catherine Zeta-Jones. It was someone else, but it might have just been called The Witches. But I remember as a kid, I watched this movie, and I think she'd like peel her head off, and there was like a kind of rat-looking witch woman. I think it wasn't actually like an 18 kind of rated horror movie. I think it was again kind of almost made for kids. But the designs of the witches in that movie, absolutely terrifying as a kid. I remember trying to watch it a few times and just couldn't do it. Same as with Jeepers Creepers. I think I was like 12 or 11 or something, and I would put Jeepers Creepers on TV. This was before we knew what the director was. Again, never watched any of those movies. I did watch the third one they released, and it was fucking terrible. So that's another reason I'm not watching them. But again, we found out what the director was, and not watching anything from that franchise ever again. It's crazy that they're even still trying to bloody make movies about it. But yeah, same with Jeepers Creepers. I'd like hide behind the TV. I could hardly get halfway through. This design was absolutely horrifying as a kid. Like rip the face off. Who is this woman? She was really fucking good in this role. Angelica Houston. She was really good in that role. Really fucking scary as a person, and as this horrible fucking disgusting witch. Ah, this is where I got the rat stuff from. I think the boy was turned into a rat, wasn't he? But yeah, it kind of takes me back to that's a real witch. That shit was, again, that was horrifying as a kid. We've looked after her plenty already. We've done well. We've done enough. I mean, also, is Casca not, again, like what we just saw, is she not getting tributes in? Is she not does that not count as her kind of giving her bit, if you know what I'm saying? She's getting all this help from people, even though she doesn't actually need it. Is that not what she's providing? But again, she does provide a real threat right now, so still kind of understandable. I won't do that for anything. I'll not abandon someone, neither Elaine nor you. Well, you were quite happy to abandon the poor fucking beggars when we first met you, Luca. That poor man that you kicked into the army, get executed. You're quite happy sacrificing him. But this is obviously a different situation. These are like her daughters almost. It feels like almost like she's took in a bunch of daughters. And again, she's not massively old herself, is she, Luca? Luca? Maybe I have been high-handed and condescending, like you said. Having said that, I'm not very good when it comes to admitting my own faults. And having run my mouth about us sharing a common fate, I don't care to take it back. This is my way of holding myself to it after saying so, even though it's called a lot of worship. Too much religion going on. Even though it's caused a lot of hardship. If I lose my nerve, I'll end up just like those I look down upon. I can respect that. But that aside, we can't just let things stay like this. And she's tangled up. Since it's come to this, we all need to get together and come to some kind of plan. Luca, trouble! What's wrong, Lucy? It's Pepe. The hunters. No! Let me go! I haven't done anything! Damn, fucking hell. This is a scene and a half, isn't it? Giant soldiers on horses pulling a little girl like this. Why have they took her then? Shut up! There was an incident. That doesn't even say incident, does it? There was an indicament. Oh, wait, no, it's not indicament either. Indictment. I don't know what that means. Indictment. A formal charge or accusation of a serious crime. Never heard that one. Again, I learned a lot of language reading this. Words I'll probably never use again. But it's interesting, isn't it? So there was a kind of claim against her. You can speak in your defense all you want in your trial. Look, she's from Luca's. You know, lately, they've been oddly popular. Maybe some other prostitutes got jealous of them. No! Demon! Fiend! I'll be raped! I'll be killed! Oh, God. Honestly, love, I think you'll be lucky if you get killed. I think you'll be lucky if you just get killed off the bat. You're about to get tortured to shit, I think. That's what's going to happen. You'll be wishing you died. Bloody hell. Of course, I had to be this Pepe girl as well, by the way. I swear, commoners are all the same. Be silent, gloomy wench. Gloomy wench. Yeah. He just whipped her. That's quite funny. The song I'm listening to just literally said crack the whip. Yeah, I think he just whipped her. Timing on that was impeccable. Listening to the what's it called? Scott Pilgrim song. Really like that song. New anime of that coming out soon. You rabble delight in nothing more than smiling at others' misfortunes behind their backs, while looking down on anyone and everyone. When calamity befalls you, you alone possess pure hearts and clean hands. You act like children, believing yourself faultless. You call upon the name of our Lord without reflecting upon your own sin. Ah, fucking hell. This guy's pissed. When calamity befalls you alone, you possess the pure hearts and clean hands. That is very, very true, isn't it? Especially in the world today. Especially in the world today. Everyone believes themselves to be pure of heart, clean of hands, in the right. And again, I feel like services like Twitter and such that make you feel like your opinion is more maybe important than others. Stresses that even more, doesn't it? It's really sad, honestly. Cowardly, shameless, despicable. Damn, bro, he's really fucking going for it. Jesus Christ. Clothes are ripped off, he's hitting her that hard, and in the head like that as well. Poor fucking Pepe, my god. Again, she really hasn't done much of anything. She's a prostitute, but you're no better than insects. I don't know if I mentioned this. I actually did start this video by watching. I deleted it. I did start this video by watching a wasp and a frog have a face off for like 10 minutes, just staring at each other. And the whole time you could just tell the frog was like, how the hell? This fucking wasp was as big as my fist, by the way. So was the frog. But this wasp was as big as my fist. Fuck that. It was just the frog was thinking, how the hell am I going to eat this in one go? And how am I not going to get stung like hell? Because the stinger on that thing must have been massive. But yeah, it was honestly quite interesting just seeing them kind of stare and kind of figure each other out for 10 minutes. I think the wasp was quite obvious in what I was thinking. It was just pure on defense. It was just staring so it could just defend and hold its ground. Whereas again, the frog was looking at with intent. With intent. Respect to that frog, by the way. Behold, evidence! A large crowd watches, yet not one of them volunteers to aid you. You stupid. I mean, from his point of view, that might seem like a real bit of evidence, perhaps. I mean, not even in the slightest, but slightly, I guess, to him. But one, the crowd never got to get involved in this. Never going to get involved in this. Never gonna. If one person steps up, that person will be branded a heretic / witch or whatever. So they're just fucked. No way someone out of the crowd is helping you in this situation. So that is nowhere near evidence that she's a witch. And that's my only point. I don't know why I said one. But I mean, it's a good point, isn't it? There's no. Why would anyone, even if they know she's absolutely safe? Well, it looks like Luca has. But again, I think my second point was not even them being branded as like a witch or a heretic, that they just get the shit beaten out of them and just left, and it would achieve nothing. Yeah, it looks like Luca is. Looks like she was going to tank a hit from the whip right there. But again, like I said, I think she might just get taken in now as well. Don't prattle on so proudly while you strike at someone from such a safe place. Luca. Now she's done it. Oh, so there is one among you with backbone. And you're angry. You look angry. So what is your choice going to be here? You're gonna arrest her as well, aren't you? That's what you're gonna do. But don't you understand? If you defend her, you'll both be arrested. Well, why did you say that earlier then? Why did you use that as your proof earlier then? About evidence. So stupid, isn't it? Like I said, the logic and reasoning of the authority in these days is just so far beyond belief. It's crazy. And maybe in decades' time we'll be saying the same about our kind of government and our people in command. Maybe we'll be saying the same. That's how it is. Whatever we say, you try to silence us with threats. You rattle your swords, judging people from up in the tower. Have you mistaken yourselves for angels or something? Good point, Luca. Good point. Is that all you have to say, girl? This is hopeless. Yeah, it must be thin up there. It's made you delirious. Bitch! Pepe! Luca! Oh, shit. I was going to say, is this when the Black Swordsman arrives? I think this episode, yeah, the chapter, I almost forgot, the chapter was fucking the Black Swordsman enters, wasn't it? The Black Swordsman at the Holy Ground. So he was going to make an appearance at some point. Very nice timing. I think that's his sword. Oh, yep, indeed. I've seen the cape. What? Okay. Who was it? Who dares to trifle? Who dares to trifle? Oh, was that not even his sword? No, I guess it was his arm. I was thinking, what was this little circle thing here? Now who's the fucking... Oh, shit. This is quite the statement right here, isn't it? This guy's almost like he looks like a slave himself right here in this shot, doesn't he? He looks like a dog. Ready to bark. ready to obey his master. Kneeling at the guts. You're the Black Swordsman. Black Swordsman? Lucky me. To think we would meet again in such a place. This is the will of God. You won't get away like last time. Wow. We ain't getting away. We ain't trying to get away, bitch. We came here. Just grab. Like a falcon's claw. A hawk's claw. Is there much difference? I don't know. Oh damn, we really going... I was going to say, going for the eyes? That would be horrible. Smart though. One of the best places to go for if you're in a life or death kind of fight like that. Get your thumbs in. Oh, I've seen that a few times. I think was one in 28 Days Later. Was that one? There's been a few of the kind of horrible. It's always gross. It's always gross. The gouging. Captain! Going by what she said, you guys are the ones doing the witch hunting here. Answer me. No, he's made really good timing because Casca hasn't even actually been caught yet, which is very interesting because considering we actually saw a shot of her in the on the stake. Really interesting that hasn't happened yet. I thought again, especially before this chapter, after knowing the name of the chapter, it was a bit different. But I thought he might arrive a little almost late, if anything. This is quite interesting. Answer me. Among all the people you've arrested, was there a woman with a brand on her chest? Answer me. Among all the people you've arrested, was there a woman with a brand on her chest? Brand? I don't know. Oh shit. Oh, I thought we were just going to chuck his head into the spike, but we just chuck him into the person. Guess that works as well. Scum! You know what? This light is almost quite fitting, isn't it? Not sure if you guys got this out of the scene as well, but it's like this usual darkness that is guts and the darkness and the brutality. It's almost like the White Knight here, isn't he? With this kind of pure white shots. He's kind of the White Knight in this situation, the good. I mean, he's again, we know he's always good and such, but it's always again been that more dark kind of character. I quite like that. Poor fucking horses. I always feel bad for the horses, just innocently getting killed. But damn. Yep, you guys best get running. Nice little action shot here. The end of the swing coming across the back there. Horses and men are right in half. Amazing! Amazing! Don't falter. Surround and restrain him. Ah, Isidro. Little thief. Okay, ladies, now's the time. Don't get too close to those girls. Some of them have got STDs. That's what I've always been wondering about Nina and her situation. Isn't it a little scary to get close to her? Quite easily transmitted. The way you lit into that guy was so cool. I think I'm in love. Oh, look how cute he looks here. Who's the monkey? This is my villa. This is my villa. Dropey. Yep. Very surprised. Look how cute he looks here. That little shining angel. Looks a little bit like a monkey as well. Yeah. He truly did fall in love there, didn't he? I can imagine that speech from Luca would be a really amazing kind of almost climax scene leading to this in the anime. This would be brilliant. This would be an amazing scene. This is an amazing scene here, don't get me wrong, but this would be like a kind of top scene for the season. This was I do wonder, I doubt this is definitely in the 2016 anime, so I'm looking forward to maybe getting to this point in that. I will try that out at some point, but yeah, I've got better things to do at my own time than watch a shit version of Berserk. Yeah, that looks so cute here. This is maybe the first time they've seen an elf, probably. I can see it. Something weird. That one is a frenzy. That one in a frenzy is my main pad fortress of iron guts. I should have said this first, but I'm Puck, owner of them both. What do you mean, Dropey? And who said you lived here? What does he mean by Dropey? Does that mean kind of... Not really sure what that means, to be honest. Dropey. Oh, literally the first thing that comes up is, why does Puck call Isidro Dropey? I take it it's an affectionate nickname. Oh, is this like his name going forward? Yeah, I'm not really sure what it means. Maybe in Japanese there's a kind of play on words or something. Maybe two kind of words mixed together. Like dopey and something. Ropey. I don't know. Doesn't look like Google knows either. This is the holy ground, and I don't want to spoil myself. Because it seems like, again, that something that maybe starts here and goes forward. This is the holy ground? What a sick joke. It looks more like a lump of dump. It looks more like a dump to me. It does look like a lump of dump. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? The difference between that place and down here. As we've seen with that shot, I love that shot of them when they threw the food and rations down for the people, which was just their garbage. That really kind of said it all, didn't it? Like, this is their garbage bin almost. Out here. This is the landfill garbage dump. Where all the shit is stored. Well said, Guts. She's somewhere here. She's here somewhere. Casca. Again, she hasn't been arrested or anything yet, so... He's made good timing. He's made good timing indeed. Yeah, I think this guy's right. in the comment section. I'm not actually sure these guys are real Christians. Obviously, this isn't Christianity anyway, is it? But it's very, there's the same kind of, it's kind of meant to be a form of Christianity or religion in that manner. It's very similar to Christianity, but again, these guys aren't real kind of Christians. Again, these guys are almost perverting the name almost. Like I said, taking advantage of the weak and using them for their own worship and means. But let's get into straying. Another pitch black intro card. Awesome, nice armor on this. Almost look quite insect-like. Ooh. Can we just leave the horses alive? I know it's hard, especially when you're swinging a sword that large. It's actually almost impossible, I imagine, to kill both of these guys with one blow and not kill the horses, but you just got to feel for them, haven't you? These poor bloody horses. There must be a shortage of horses around this time. Bloody hell. There must be a shortage, considering it's like the only form of transport faster than running. And the fact that half of them are fucking killed. In wars, in battles, and by guts. I wonder if someone's actually counted how many kills Guts has had. Probably. I imagine at least someone out there has probably killed the amount of kills Guts has had, but the amount of horses he's killed as well, perhaps. Yeah, just cut these guys right in half. Classic. With just 4 swings? 4 riders? Right in half? So easily with that monster sword. It ain't human. Ooh. You're kidding me. The pain's fading. Oh, looks like Puck's healing her up, that's nice. Please don't move now. Girls are interested, little Puck. Isidro strolling the sword, nice. It looks like he wants to fight, but he's not going to do anything, is he? Captain! What is he? This isn't like the last time at all. Well, last time he was brutalised. Almost forgot about that when they met last time. No matter how many riders I send in, it's impossible to capture him. He's a monster. Who did that? Oh, looks like the people are. I was going to say the people have almost got a figure now to lead them, if you know what I'm saying. Like I said about the religion and such, they're quite easily led and quite easily kind of led astray and brought into this religion and kind of manipulated. Guts is not going to manipulate these people, don't get me wrong, but he's almost like a bit of a symbol now himself, isn't he? A symbol of rebellion, a symbol that you can stand up. So one person can kind of affect things and change things. I think more than anything, actually, especially for this situation, Luca done this, didn't she? By her standing up and her walking in the way. Like I mentioned to her at that point, it's stupid, it's futile to walk in the way for these people. They'll just get branded a heretic and die and get tortured. But the fact that someone's done it to success now, Luca and what she said being so real, again, this would be an amazing fucking sequence, wouldn't it? It is an amazing sequence. But again, if this had a good adaptation, this would be amazing. The people. They do like throwing rocks. They do like throwing their rocks, don't they? They look almost like shots of demons we've seen before, don't they? Gulp. Withdraw! Withdraw! Clear the way! Report to headquarters! And they turn tail and run. Complete victory. So much for asking underlings. All I can do is head straight there. A woman with a brand. Is that what you said before? You know about her? Hey Guts, tone it down. But first let me think. It's not important. Oh. It's the same. You have what our Elaine has. How did she spot that? Is a good question. From facing him front on. I don't know. Tell me, where is she? Where's Casca? Right now. Casca? That's Elaine. I'm not even going to talk about this. Alright, this way. Although this is a different expression. We've seen all sorts of different expressions from these eyes, haven't we? A kind of freaky looking kind of enjoyment and pleasure form of these eyes looking on, but this one is just a kind of a look, isn't it? It's just observing. It truly has no kind of feelings or emotion or anything in those eyes. Again, we've seen emotion and kind of feelings from the eyes before, haven't we? Still got no idea who it is, so again, I'm not going to speak about that too much. When we find out, we'll find out. Fuck knows. Not got the slightest clue. Elaine, if you really are a witch, could you, save Luca and the others? I'm just thinking. The person we see ages ago that have kind of foretold a lot of these events, that woman that we see in that kind of wagon, is she not a witch? Is someone that can tell the future not a witch? And she works directly with like the Holy See and the Holy Unchained Knights, does she not? Very ironic, isn't it? Like they've got like an actual witch, and there's not actually any other witches that we've seen or anything close to a witch in this series other than that person. Very ironic, isn't it? Elaine, if you really are a witch, could you, save Luca and the others? Maybe if so. And if so, maybe me too. That's quite cute. Maybe me too. Guess not. Not after what I said. They sure are taking a long time. What if they were arrested? What would I do? Yeah, that happened. And then the hunters came here. If Elaine used some witchcraft like before, there'd be no way out. I'll be killed. You're dying anyway, is she not? I get it's really scary, especially as young as she is, but take a step back, Nina. Take a step back. Forget burning at the stake. They'd just chop off my head right here. And honestly, again, that would be better. Better than dying to your aides. Better than dying at the stake, I think. I have to run. I'm hoping she doesn't do anything strange with Elaine here, to be honest. I could very much see Nina. I was thinking she might kill Elaine or something, so she maybe seems innocent. Killed the witch. Or maybe she runs away with her. Again, I have a feeling Nina's going to do something silly here that involves Casca, and Gut's not reuniting with Casca this early. I mean, it's got to be, right? Got to happen. If I don't get away from here quick, I'll... No? Elaine. Let's ditch her. We've looked after her plenty already. We've done very well. We've done enough. Remembering all those mean things you said about her, and she's just trying her best, trying to look after you. Worrying about you right here, even though she doesn't really even know who she is. Yeah. Yeah. I really... Why is all this? Elaine, you come along with me. It's alright, I'll take care of you. I can't leave you here alone. Besides, being by yourself is scary and lonely. I knew it. Again, there was no way this couldn't happen. There's no way that Casca and Guts meet up this early, because like what we saw in the vision, Casca's on the stake. That's going to happen, I think. With what Skull Knight said, there's a possibility that might not happen, but again, I feel like he said that about a very specific time. A very specific time in where things could change. Casca. It would just be too easy though, if you know what I'm saying. Feels like decades have passed since then. Are you still the way you were? Broken and halted? Like last time? I might even be more threatening to you now than I was then. Very realistic worries from Guts here. It was kind of horrifying last time, wasn't it? With Casca being so scared of Guts and men. I didn't realise it was just to men in general then, by the way. I thought she was just really scared of Guts. But thank you guys for pointing out she was actually just in general quite scared of men at that point. But yeah, he's right. He has gone a bit more into the darkness. He is a bit scarier now than he was then. So very realistic worries here. As well as he just places so much on her, if you know what I'm saying. He has so much value on Casca. Understandable why he's worrying so much. But this time. So, Mr. Swordsman, Elaine, look, Casca was it? What are you to her? Hey. What? Never mind. I think I know. So ladies, are you prostitutes? I sense that risque surge. You know, who's the monkey? Really, just calling him a monkey the whole time. So ladies, are you prostitutes? Oh, the Isidro. I sense that risque surge. What was a risque surge? And honestly, I wouldn't think that these girls were prostitutes just looking at them. He's right, but I think they're just normal looking girls. Here, Elaine, Nina. Don't just stand there, come in. She's here. Huh? No one's here. Quite funny, isn't it? She's here. Nope, no one's here. Hey? Hey. So where would Nina have taken Casca to run off to? Let's hope not those fucking horrible rocky mountain hole den full of fucking sex fiends. Let's hope not there. Looking at the scenery of where they might be headed, look like they might be heading just there. Hope not. Fucking Nina. Again, I can really understand why people hate Nina. Again, I don't hate Nina. Like I said, she's actually very well written in my opinion. But her implications in the story are very understandably annoying, if you know what I'm saying. They are like you know this is going to happen. It's just how does this happen? You kind of predict it, so I think that annoys you a little bit. It's quite predictably erratic. Again, understandably so, considering her situation. But I can understand why the average person would hate her. She almost seems like a bit of a convenience, but I think those people don't really actually look that too much into her character. But yeah, definitely understandable. Don't tell me the hunters. There are no signs of a struggle though. Nina's things are the only ones gone. She didn't. Casca. Looks like Nina's struggling. Oh shit. Never a good sign. Never a good sign. Like I said, convenient, isn't it? Conveniently erratic. Of course. Led right to them. It's okay. Let's go. Again, as we walk straight into the people. We have come to get you, sorceress. You guys. So these are the sex fiends, are they? Is this not just crazy? Killing a bird and putting on a stick like this. Does that not seem kind of witchcrafty to you guys? Killing a bird like this and putting on a stick and displaying it like that. That seems pretty witchcrafty to me. Fuck's sake. And it's neat, and again, I can understand another reason being that Nina gets everyone into these horrible situations. Like I said, she's a bit of a convenience in a way, but again, a well-written convenience. It makes sense. It's not a kind of arse pull at all. It's all within reason. It's all within that erratic reason. Sounds amazing saying erratic and reason in the same sentence, considering they're like almost polar opposites, but it works. Humans are, especially me, I've said this plenty of times, humans are kind of hypocritical and paradoxical. Still though, even if we split up and search, there's no way we'll find her in all this. But Dropey, why are you following Guts helping him to find Casca? Why are you on top of my head? You don't know what Casca looks like, do you? It'd suck for you if not for the bandages. I saw her with my mind's eye, with my mind waves. Sorry. Still, Mummy, look. Shh. Why do they all seem so scared of you? They're awestruck. No, they probably think you've got something to do with witchcraft, perhaps. With this many folks around, I'm usually invisible. Something strange, though. Is something weird going on here? Again, I think these people are kind of ready to believe anything, aren't they? These people, again, like I said, about being preyed on by the religion and such. These people are, again, just ready to have any kind of otherworldly thing happen to them, and they're ready to believe in anything that could perhaps help them. So it makes sense that they'd all be able to see Puck, doesn't it? Anywho, I don't know about no witch hunt, but they're scared out of their wits. And is it ever gloomy? Is it ever gloomy? Sorry, is it ever gloomy? They all ran off without fighting the Kushan, and then wandered into this place. And on top of that, they're scared of being ratted on. They're all dying off. Makes me sick to look at them. I can understand that from Isidro's point of view. He's very self-reliant, isn't he? Self-sufficient. Well, not really. Not that self-sufficient. He likes to think he's quite self-sufficient. But yeah, I can imagine him being quite disgusted at the way a lot of these people live. Kind of fear and just waiting to potentially just die out. And you're different, Dropey. Of course I am. Combat's always been a man's biggest chance to make it in the world. And you don't need funds, just one of these. So you're Guts' apprentice. Wrong. If asking to be taught means I got to bow my head. Did my light just flicker? Might have just been my eyes. Might have just been my eyes, to be honest. Means I got to bow my head to someone then. I'm not sure when to read here. Means I got to bow my head to someone then. Even if I have to sneak around and follow him, it'd be more of a man if I stole his moves. You really are a thief. Well, yeah. If I do him a huge favour from here, I won't need to sneak around. It's give and take. Sneak. And then if he dares tell me no, that's when I'll take this Casca or whatever girl hostage. 2 peas in a pod. Yeah, I was gonna say we've seen that technique used a fair few times by Mr. Guts, haven't we? The hostage situation. And do you know what? It'd be absolutely hilarious to see it on the other foot, wouldn't it? Again, egghead right here. Crease. I do love Isidro. And judging what was said earlier from my Google search, should I say, about his nickname, Dropey, kind of seems like he will be quite a covered character. Might be in quite a lot of the story going forward, which is really good to hear. Again, not so much in terms of his safety, but oh shit, he's actually found them. Ah, put me down. Oh no, no mistake, that's a bandaged woman. Kidnappers? Bingo. What now? If I go back to tell Guts, I'll lose sight of him. But there's no way I can fight off that many people. It's best not to even fight one enemy. I'll shadow him for now. I'm good at that. Okay, nice job, Isidro. Nice job. But again, interesting positions he's in, isn't it? He can't really fight. And he doesn't want to tell Guts. I mean, the smart thing to do would be to tell Guts, but again, he would lose sight of where these guys are going. So, very interesting position he's in right now. Good job, though. Find her. No trace. Even though it's a refugee slum, it's a big one. That elf and the boys still aren't back. Let's wait for them now. I'm going to make the rounds again. Hey, wait. Frantically looking. Can't imagine that helps having just one eye in a search mission. Can't imagine that helps at all. The girls are getting carried away, and little Isidro is on their tail. I do love Isidro. He is fucking awesome, isn't he? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, really good couple chapters today. Gonna read a few of the comments already about the Nina. I imagine there's probably a lot to talk about Nina. Like I said, it does seem quite convenient, doesn't it? All the Nina hate is very much deserved. But why are we not talking about how Puck can fly to Guts to tell him about the situation? Good point. Good point, actually. Maybe Puck's maybe worried about Isidro, though. Good point, though. Maybe Puck's scared flying by himself in this situation. Who knows? That's a good point, though. Puck could just fly from Isidro and tell Guts. But this is a massive place as well, so yeah, who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of hate for Nina in the comment section here, isn't there? Bloody hell. I hope we can all agree that Nina is a brainless dense, unintelligible wench. This guy is literally using the same language the soldier used, which is quite funny. Yeah, there's a lot of hate for Nina here. Bloody hell. Yeah, everyone's just talking about how they want Guts to kill Nina. I mean, that's not going to happen. Jesus Christ! Literally every comment is hope Nina gets cut in half, hope Nina dies, hope Nina gets burned at the stake. Fuck Nina. Jesus Christ. You'd almost think she's femto. Even then, there's actually quite a lot of love for Griffith / femto. You'd think she's worse. Oh, I found one comment not talking about Nina, and that's not just emojis. About Casca. Bloody hell. Wow. Okay, I did get told in my last week's videos. Again, it's I just released last week's videos today for you guys. But yeah, I got told from last week's videos that Nina was a very much hated character, but fucking hell, I didn't realise it was actually this much. Again, she has been a major point around a lot of the bad parts that have happened, hasn't she? Her boyfriend, the whole sex fucking dungeon, this, what she said about Casca as well. She has been a major point of kind of bad things, but again, her whole kind of disposition, her situation right now. She's a young, frightened, dying, scared girl. She's again another weak person, very easily led, very easily, very erratic. Like I said, very erratic thoughts. And as we saw with the scene of Casca earlier, she was talking about getting rid of her and chucking her out, killing her, perhaps giving her up. Then the next minute she's crying at the fact she said all that. That just shows just how erratic and how crazed her mind must be. And she then she actually goes the other direction. Instead of giving the Casca up and all that, she actually, well, she does. she leads Casca right to these guys, obviously unknowingly, of course. But yeah, she actually again does a 180. She doesn't give Casca up. She actually takes Casca and runs away with her. So yeah, again, very erratic. I can understand the hate. I can understand where it's coming from. Again, it seems kind of convenient in some circumstances. Again, she just kind of seems like maybe this prop point for bad things to happen. But again, I think it all comes from a reasonable place, in my opinion. I think she's actually very well written, considering that's the case. There's too many times that this has happened where characters are just that kind of story movement rather than an actual character. But you can say about Nina, she is very much a character. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Nina as well. Again, it seems like the overwhelming majority absolutely fucking hate her and want her to die more than anyone we've seen, which I find really interesting. But yeah, really great chapters there. Again, love seeing more Isidro. Love seeing the arrival of Guts into this arc as well. Yeah, some decent fight scenes as well. Again, nothing crazily out of the usual with the fight scenes. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.